This program contains adult language and situations which may be considered offensive to some viewers and/or children, but more likely their parents.
Alright. Hey people, it's DLF. As you can see, my table is somewhat clean, and there's a reason for that. I flipped over my table again last night, but I didn't do it out of anger. Let me explain. So, maybe a day or two ago, I was on my way to work, right? And I was on my way to work, and I'm walking down the street, and I found a PS2, okay, like a you know, like the fucking game system. Yeah, I found a fucking PS2 Slim on the sidewalk, and I also found the power cable for it as well. I didn't see the video cord for it, and I picked it up, and there was actually a game inside. It was like some shitty football game, but there was a game inside of it. Okay, cool. So I took it, and I was like, okay, I don't know if this works or not. So if I come across a video cable, then I can test it, or whatever. So it was sitting on my coffee table for a couple days, okay? And last night I got home from work, and sitting here, I'm looking at some porno, I'll admit, and all of a sudden I saw two little things, like on the PS2. I saw it out of the corner of my eye, it was like moving. I look over, and it was kind of dark, but I saw something moving. I'm like, okay, so I turn on the light. 2 fucking cockroaches came out of that PS2. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I wondered, I was like, why did somebody just throw a PS2 on the sidewalk? Well, that's why. Because it wasn't a PS2, it was a cockroach hive. So I ended up flipping over the table to make sure it was no more. I only found the 2. I killed the 2, and hopefully that's all there was. But right now I got to go around, and I have to do a whole sweep of this apartment now. Okay, I took the PS2, I threw it in the garbage, but This is where you get your entertainment value. Right now, that PS2 is sitting in my garbage tote, and it's probably covered in cockroaches, and it probably has cockroaches in it. I don't know. I mean, I tried to shake it out to see if any more came out. No more came out. But I got the 2 that I saw. Okay. Now, that thing was here for a couple days, I'll say that. And as far as I know, there's no more. Okay? There's no more of them. I haven't seen any in days. I haven't... whatever. I want to believe that those 2 were the only ones there. So... because I didn't see any more. And I did do a quick sweep, but I didn't really do a very thorough job of looking, but I've had them before. at another apartment, and usually they hang out like in the kitchen and shit. So I looked around the kitchen pretty good. I didn't see any. That's the only two I saw were on. They were like crawling out of the PS4 or PS2, I should say. I shook the PS2 out. I didn't see any. None came out. But here's where you get your entertainment value now. Since that PS2 is probably a cockroach nest, I threw her out in the garbage. I took that thing right out and threw it out. Here's where you get your entertainment value. I'm going to go outside in a little bit, and I'm going to cut that motherfucker in half with my machete. You want to see me? You want to see a man cut a fucking PS2 in half with a machete? Stay tuned. Let me go eat this first. And then I'll cut a PS2 in half with a machete. So, here's the thing. I really didn't get to talk about this too much, but what was it? I think it was like last Saturday, I believe it was. Yeah, it was last Saturday, wasn't it? They had a metal show going on last Saturday at Rockin Buffalo Saloon. It was called the Heavy Halloween Show. And Heavy Halloween, pretty much what it was it was Anthropic, which is Brian Patterson's new band. From what I understand, he plays guitar in the band, but it's not a really good band. Somebody described it as just being like generic grindcore. Nothing special. I don't even have the name. I don't have the bands in front of me, but there was another band after that, and then there was another band called Ferris Din, which is Hellscald and his wife. His wife dresses like fucking Dead from Mayhem, and she plays a fucking flute in the band. It's like some fucking folk metal band where fucking Hellscald's wife dresses like Dead from Mayhem and plays a whistle. No, seriously, she looks just like fucking Dead from Mayhem. With the fucking makeup and all that other shit. She looks like Per Yngve Olin, or whatever the hell that guy's name is. It's like Dead with Tits or something. I don't know. then the main act was Hubris. That was a good band. But here's the thing, I get in, right? It was $10 if you didn't have a costume, or $8 with costume. And I didn't have a costume, so I paid the fucking girl at the front wearing a fucking toga $10. And the other guy that was wearing a fucking Uncle Samuel costume took my ID. Okay, whatever. And then Mike Shearer came in, the fucking what do you call it? The owner of the joint of Rockin Buffalo. He come in, oh, you can't be here. Okay. Want my money back. Alright, give me my money back. But he says that, oh, you can't be here because you said naughty things about Brian Hewlin's kids. Then you said naughty things about me on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, so what the fuck did I ever say about Mike Shearer anyway on Facebook? Like, I don't remember. Well, that's what I said. There was a picture he posted on Facebook, and I said he looked like fucking Bruce Jenner on that picture. Like, okay. And that was like, what, 5 fucking years ago? That was like, what, 5 years ago? Oh yeah, you look like fucking... Really? Really? You're gonna hold a grudge because of that? I mean, that seems kind of like... That seems kind of like a... You know, he's at one of those guys that'll be like, yeah, fucking... Liberals are all fucking sensitive. But look at him, he's fucking... He's one of those guys that's being overly sensitive. Okay, I said he look. I didn't say he. I said he looked like fucking Bruce Jenner, and I was saying that before. I was saying that. I meant to say it like before he became a woman and all that. Okay, so he looked like fucking Bruce Jenner on the cover of the on the front of the Wheaties box. Okay. So, okay, why is that bad? If I say he looked like fucking Bruce Jenner today, Caitlyn Jenner, whatever the fuck you want to call them, then fine, get mad at me. But you can't even take a fucking joke. You can't fucking take a joke, and to think that this guy is a Christian. He's a Christian, but he can't forgive. He can't forgive. No, can't do it. You know, can't fucking do it. Can't fucking do it. I hate you know what? I told Leif Erikson Murray. Leif Erikson. That's a good one. So I told Leif Erikson. I told Sony Ericsson over there about what happened. He's like, well, that's Christian hypocrisy for you. Well, I have no problem with being kicked out. But I have to ask Mike Shearer something here. Does Jesus care? Think about it. Hey, listen. I have no problem getting kicked out of places. I don't really care. I'll leave. I'll leave quietly. I'll leave without a hassle. But does Jesus approve of this? What would Jesus say if he knew that you are kicking people out of his bar for something that happened fucking 5 years ago? Something. It was kind of minor too. It was like, oh yeah, you look like fucking Bruce Jenner in this bit. That was the whole thing. No, the only thing that I fucking said about the man. Okay. So, and Brian Hewlin, think about it here. Think about it here. Think about this one, okay? Before you say anything. Think about it. I've never actually said anything bad about Brian Hewlin's children. And that's actually a fact, too. No. I never said anything bad about his children. I have said bad things about him. Okay? His kids, okay, let me explain about his kids. His kids have some kind of disease. I don't know what it's called. I forget that it was some long name. I can't even. It's like hyper blasphemy pontification or some bullshit. I don't know. It's like the hyper blasphemy pontiff. Or, I don't know, but. That's the name of the kid's diseases, and pretty much it's like having cerebral palsy, except for with cerebral palsy, that's brought on because the baby didn't get enough oxygen to the brain during childbirth, and this hyper whatever it is called, I don't know. It's actually a genetic thing. It's pretty much the same thing as. I think it's pretty much the same thing as having cerebral palsy, except for the way that it's brought on. It's what his kids have is like a genetic thing, okay? And cerebral palsy is brought on pretty much during birth, okay? So that's what's going on there. But I really never said anything bad about his kids. When you sit there and think about it, I've criticized Brian Hewlin himself for his decisions, but really, I mean, I've made fun of Brian Hewlin himself, but not his kid. Like, here's what I actually said. I said, because he was going after me because of the whole Clint Carr thing back in the day. He was going after me. He was like, oh, I don't want, because he was supposed to have like this show to raise money for his kids or whatever. And he was like, I don't want you at my kids' show. I don't want you at my at that show, I'm like, listen, dude. Listen, I just said, listen. And I was making fun of him. I wasn't making fun of the kids. I said, listen, your kids wouldn't be that way, you know, if you didn't fucking throw them in a mosh pit when they were little. That's what I said. That's what I actually said. So I wasn't really making fun of the kids. I was making fun of him. Because he's just like a big fucking guy, and he's just like... He's like one of those guys that, like... He pretty much just looks like a bag of farts. You know what I'm saying? He's just one of those guys that... You know, if he gets angry, he gets like fucking, he goes into like roid rage and shit, and you know, just like gets so mad he just fucking throws he can go on like that. You know that bridge that's near his house? It's like that bridge that goes over the canal. It's like near the McDonald's. In the city of Tonawanda, like right, like you go over that. I don't know what that bridge is called. It's like it goes. The bridge goes into North Tonawanda, I should say. He's one of those guys that will go on that bridge and pick up a fucking car and just throw it off the bridge. Not really, but I exaggerate. But anyway. Yeah, what I said was off the cuff. It was out of anger, you know. And he won't let it go. And Brian Hewlin's a Christian as well. He's another one of those hypocritical Christians that can't let shit go, you know. It's like my fucking Uncle Scott, you know. You know, Jesus taught to forgive. You know what I'm saying here? Remember, I was in jail for 28 days, okay? In that 28 days, I went to Bible study. I'll be honest, I did it out of boredom. But, you know, I don't consider myself a Christian, but you know what? I learned about a lot of shit. Who would have ever known that I would have I went to a fucking Bible study. I did it out of boredom. And even though I don't consider myself a Christian now, you know, I mean, that Bible does have some pretty good advice. You don't have to be like one of those people that, you know, looks at you know, you don't have to sit there and be like, oh yeah, well, if this says this, you know, you don't have to be like that, but you know, it does have some good advice here and there. Well, yeah, a lot of it's bullshit. A lot of it's shit. Okay? But you don't have to be like one of those people. You can take it for what it is. The Bible has some good fucking advice that can apply to like almost anybody. Doesn't matter who you are, it's some good advice, I'll say that. Mostly shit like, you know, forgiveness and you know, lead by example, that kind of shit. But again, Brian Hewlin, he's a Christian, and he can't. He's one of those guys that'll think that, oh well, as long as I say that I'm a Christian, then that means I'm a Christian, right? Well, no, because here's the thing: God forgives, but He's not gonna. He requires you to forgive those that wronged him. And since Brian Hewlin and Mike Shearer are both Christians, okay, they need to start learning how to forgive. And so does my Uncle Scott too. He needs to learn how to forgive. The only reason my Uncle Scott goes to that church that he goes to is so he can see that fucking whore that goes there as well. That fucking Mary Magdalene or whatever the fuck her name is. I don't know. But I have a fucking cow head here. It's like a foam cow head. And then I have like the cover for my fucking insulin needle, and I'm trying to like put the fucking, I can't do it. I'm trying to like fucking put the fucking head on the fucking spike here. Oh well, it's not gonna work. But oh shit, it looks like it's gonna rain soon. Who wants to watch me cut a PS4 or not PS4? Who wants to watch me cut a PS2 Slim in half with a machete? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. This is gonna be quality entertainment. Alright, kiddies. Yeah. This PS2 Slim and can't really tell if there's anything weird in it or not. Well, I guess we're gonna. Oh, there's also a game in here too. How do I open this? It's yeah, it's some stupid fucking football game. We'll take that out, and that's gonna be fucking landfill. So I got that. Here's the power cord. Yeah, power cord for it. And I got this as well. So we're gonna stick this in the ground like so, like it's all stiff. And you kitties see that? Okay, so there's my PS2. Gotta turn my screen around. Okay, so take this out like it's all stiff. Get kitties ready. You ready? You got it on the PS2. I just want to see fucking bugs come out of it. And that shit's not closing anymore. I just want to see fucking bugs come out of it. Bugs Bunny. Oh, a spring came out. Alright, I got the power cord. I couldn't do that right, but whatever. Alright, got the power cord.
It just wrapped around itself. Oh. What is it, made of like titanium or something? Yeah, I'll clean this up. I'm done. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a cucaracha. It came out. Fuck you. Any more gonna come out? Come out wherever you are. And while we're at it, since I have this stupid freaking game, should I just slice this in half? I'll clean it up. I'm just doing this for fun. Where did that cucaracha go? Ow, that hurt. What was this thing made of, like titanium or something? Ah, shit, I fucked up my machete. Look at this, I fucked it up. Take a look at this, take a look. Take a look at the tip. The tip got all bent. Tip got all bent out of shape. The PS2 actually bent the end of my machete. That's how hard it is. Look at this. That's as much damage as is gonna be done to it. Oh, look at that. I just want to see what kind of shit comes out of this. I'm just curious as to like what kind of shit comes out of this thing here. My fucking machete got all frigged up. Oh well. That was a good whack. Looks like Like I can't stab anything anymore with it. I honestly just seen one come out of it, but you know, when there's one, there's not none. What is this fucking? What is this, like fucking super glued in? Yeah. So just in case you didn't know what a PS2 looks like on the inside, this thing beat the shit. This thing broke my machete. Ow. Hurt. Go to town on the power cord now. I could use the power cord as a whip. Oh shit. I just booted that sucker. That's it. That seems like it does something. Got a little fucking grass or whatever that is on it. Here, it's going back in the trash. I'm just trying to see if I can. I don't actually see anything in there. I saw one come out, but that was about it. I saw one come out. came off. Ew, just like a friggin' screw. Oh man. That sucks. I rigged up my machete a little doing that. My knife. It's not PS2, it's a fucking cockroach hive. That's not killing it. Oh shit. Don't do that. Usually these cockroaches hide out underneath the CPU part of it. Which I believe is underneath this fan or something. I'm just trying to find if there's like any eggs or whatever in this thing. Just seeing if I could find any dead ones. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe those two were the only ones that were in there. Who knows? There was a third one that came out when I was doing this. Look at, I frigged up my handle to this as well. Look at that. There's actually what this is that the handle. I just realized the handle, all that. This whole blade part here, it seems like it's one piece. It's just one piece of metal all the way through. But when it gets down to the handle, what it is, there's like two pieces of wood that are like that sandwich the metal here. Then they wrap that with some kind of probably tape or something. They do that. And then they wrap it in like, what do you call it? It's like cloth or something. So yeah. But start to see the wood be exposed here. And I definitely now my machete has like a hook on it, if you can see that. It's like bent. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go clean all this up. I had fun. I'm gonna go clean up.